What up, though, fellas? Back at it again with another video. You know, we improving every day. Now, as y'all can see, I got this little car mount. Set up. Just came in the mail yesterday. And I plan to do, some more car videos, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the car a lot. And I'm driving a lot. And I don't like always having to keep my camera on me. Because, if you got any kind of street smarts, you don't need to be having valuables in the whip all the time. And so, because of that, I said, I could give me a little car mount and I could record while I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? Since I'm always in the whip, driving to the gym, driving back and forth to the field and all that. But today I want to talk about the piece on having platonic relationships with ladies. You know what I'm saying? Platonic relationships with females, with girls, with women, with ladies. If y'all remember, the first thing on my list of my 5 ways to attract women in college was to have female friends, lady friends. And surprisingly enough, I didn't get much, kickback for that. I thought, dudes had something to say about it, but I did have one dude DM me on Instagram about it like 3 days ago. And he didn't like come at me about it or nothing like that. He didn't come at it malicious. He just said that, if you hear that clanging in the back, I got a barbell with some weights on it in the back, but don't mind that noise if you hear it. But he basically DM'd me saying that, a lot of coaches, red pill coaches or dating coaches, whoever, a lot of guys say that, having platonic relationships with females is, pointless, or they even go as far to say, it's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And so they wanted to understand, what my stance on that was, because I was a supporter of having female friends, where a lot of guys say, it's disrespectful, it's pointless, it's a waste of time. It's beta. That's the big thing. They say it's beta. God forbid, you do something that could be considered beta. My stance on it is, whether it's beta or not, whether it's disrespectful or not, whether it's a waste of time or not, is based on your intentions behind it. Now, if you remember, like I said in the video, the point of having female friends is not because, first of all, the female friend is not a friend who you were friend zoned by. It's not a girl who you shot your shot at. It's not a woman you shot your shot at. She shot you down, but she said, let's be friends. And you said, okay, that's fine. That's not what I'm saying when I say lady friends. When I say lady friends, I meant what I said in the video, like completely platonic. You not attracted to her, she not attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? And I gave the example. That's a nice Corvette right there. But the example of how, this is a chick who you could go to her dorm, or you could go to her apartment, go to her place, her house, whatever she live in, or she come to your place. You might go up at her place and she got on nothing but some boy shorts and a graphic tee or a blank tee, and some fuzzy socks or some slides, some Birkenstocks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can sit on the couch and chop it up. You might go there, she might cook. You might go there and cook. Y'all might cook together or something. She might make a dessert or something, and y'all could just chop it up, just talk. Just be in each other's presence, you know what I'm saying? And nothing to happen, You're not gonna be sitting there drooling at the mouth because you like, damn, she looking good, I need a piece of that. Like, no, this is a chick who, like, she could be bare butt naked and you sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want her. I'm not saying get a homely looking chick, not a chick that's painful to look at, but a chick that is attractive, but a chick that you don't find attractive. I assumed we all knew what that meant in the video. I remember saying, I'm assuming we all know what it means to know when a chick is attractive, but you're not attracted to her. But for further elaboration, a chick who is attractive, but you're not attracted to her, she gets play from other dudes. Other dudes hit on her all the time. Other dudes try to get at her. She get her fair share from other dudes. But whatever it is about her, you could tell she isn't homely. Like, you could tell she's like, at least a 6 or above, a 7 or above. But it's something about her that, it's just not for you. Maybe she don't got the body type you like. You know, maybe her nose too big. You know, it don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything, but it's just something, or some things that just aren't your type. You know what I'm saying? And she should feel that same way about you. You feel me? If you want the benefits of the relationship, like I was saying. Now, why to have female friends in the first place? I talked about it in the video. The main thing about having female friends is that it's gonna give you experience with being around attractive women. It'll give you experience with being around attractive women. You know, a lot of dudes who don't have any attractive female friends or any female friends at all, a lot of them, when it's their time to shine, when they do get that chance to, you know, talk to that lady that they find attractive, talk to that woman who was giving them choosing signals, or maybe they cold approach, however they choose to do it. Excuse me. When they in that space with that chick, and it's time to, you know, have a conversation, introduce themselves, give a taste to that lady of who they are, how it would be to be with them. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to communicate because they not used to being in the presence of women, especially not fine women, you know, or maybe not always fine, but just at least good looking women. You know what I'm saying? They not used to that. And so what do? They my name is Chris, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when it comes to the conversation piece, either they get nervous or they try to act too cool. They try to act too cool for school, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know the extent of how much you really need to be smooth when it comes to talking to attractive ladies. You know, they reaching it, they going overboard. So, you know, so they sitting down, they trying to take up all the real estate they can with their body, you know, spreading their arms out, legs out far and wide on purpose, you know, trying to talk with a hella deep voice and all this, you know, trying to draw their words out so they sound smooth, you know, a lot of ridiculous stuff. That's because they not used to being around attractive women. You know what I'm saying? And so when you have lady friends who are attractive, but you don't find attractive, and the relationship is platonic, you get used to being in their presence, you know? You get used to just being around them, you know? And another thing with being around, you know, having lady friends is, you know, me personally, I just like being around female energy, you know? As a masculine man, female energy, if it's good female energy, it's recharging to the spirit, it's recharging to the soul, you know what I'm saying? It's recharging to your masculine essence. But it doesn't always have to be a sexual energy behind it. Now, I'm not saying you want to be around them acting all goofy, and, you know, I'm not saying be silly and acting goofy with them all the time. But what I am saying is that it's good practice. I guess I could say it like that. It's good practice of being around attractive females, knowing how to have conversations with attractive females, because contrary to popular belief, the finest females, you know, the girls we would say is like 8.5s and above, they don't get approached a lot. A lot of dudes ain't talking to them. A lot of dudes ain't, you know, trying to get to know them, trying to introduce themselves to them, because they get nervous, you know, in their head, you know, which makes sense. They thinking like, oh, this chick fine, she bad, she must get all this attention, so I don't even know how I would make myself stand out to her. But really, the misconception is that, okay, yeah, on social media, she does get all this attention. She does get all these likes, comments, DMs, you know, dudes being thirsty in the DMs and all this, you know. She gets that kind of attention, but in real life, she doesn't get a lot of that attention. So, contrary to popular belief, you will be the rare commodity if you were to walk up to a fine chick and, you know, strike up a conversation. You know, you start spitting that game to her, or you just try to talk to her, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you trying to do. guys overcomplicate it, but it's because they have a lack of exposure. That's what I should have just said in the beginning. It's a lack of exposure. When you lack the exposure, once you get exposed, you're not gonna know what to do for real. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as like right now, I don't have a place where I could go play basketball on a regular basis, you know. I have a gym that I go to. If the gym is not open, you know, I work out at the field, but I got a basketball hoop in my driveway, but you know, hooping on that concrete, that ain't the real deal. So like, I don't have a place where I could really hoop, you know, run a 5v5. So I have a lack of exposure to hooping right now. So if one of my homies was like, you know, let's go to the gym right now, let's go to the rec, I'll give you a guest pass, we go hoop, I'll probably be trash. Cause like I'm not a hooper. I love basketball, I'm decent at basketball, but I'm not a hooper. So because I haven't hooped for real, you know, in 3 months, I would be terrible. And it's the same as a dude who doesn't have exposure to attractive women on a regular basis. You know, if I only see a woman who I want to approach, you know, maybe twice a week, once every other week, my gears are not going to be oiled. You know, my gears going to get rusty. Back to the basketball example, when I go back to campus, you know, at the end of August to go back to school, we got 2 recs on campus, 3 recs on campus. Actually, I'm tripping. So I got plenty of basketball to play. You know, when I'm on campus, I'm playing basketball every week. Every weekend I'm hooping, you know, for 3-4 hours at a time. So my gears are oiled. You know, I'm getting that work in every week. I'm getting that experience in every week. So I'm getting better and better. I'm getting back used to the sprint. I'm getting used to having to use my basketball IQ, getting used to shooting the ball, passing the ball, just touching the ball, all the lateral movement that comes with hooping. I'm getting used to it because I'm doing it on a frequent basis. If you do it on an infrequent basis and you just try to hop in a 5v5 after 3 months, you ain't touched the ball, you're gonna be out of luck. You know? And that's why having female friends has helped me with women, because I talk to them on a frequent basis, you know, throughout the week. We see each other, we just talk to each other, you know, tap in, you know, say, hey, how you doing? Or we might meet up, you know, whatever the case may be. And I'm getting that time in with attractive women. I'm having that conversation with attractive women. I'm simply sitting in the presence of attractive women. You know, a lot of dudes can't even sit in the presence of attractive women because it make them nervous. It make them antsy. You know, they don't really know how to deal with it for real, because they just not used to it. It's so infrequent for them. And so, like I'm saying, having the female friends it's disrespectful if she friend zoned you and you just settled to be friends, because then she using you. Yeah, that's disrespectful. That's beta. That's beta than the mug, you know. Extra beta. That's weak beta, you know, soft. What's another word? I don't even know. Disrespectful, all kind of, you know, other derogatories. You don't want to just, you never want to be friends with a girl just because she friend zoned you. That's not a friendship. That's parasitic. All she gonna do is use you for time and, you know, energy. You know, talking to you. All you are is somebody she could complain to, talk about emotions to, talk about other dudes to, and you not getting nothing out of it. Whereas if it's a platonic friendship with a female, y'all talking about things to each other. You know, she might talk to you about dudes. You might talk to her about ladies. And they'll give you game. You know, if she attractive and she has nothing to lose from telling you game, she'll put you hip to stuff. You know, she'll put you hip to all the simp stuff that dudes be doing. You know, how they mess up off rip, you know, the mistakes that they make, how they come off as a ham, you know what I'm saying, when they talking to them, the things they do wrong, the things they do that are seen as weak, the things that they do that are just seen as less, you know what I'm saying. They'll put you hip to that kind of stuff, and they'll put you hip on ways you can get with chicks. Or if you already know, you can discuss it with them just for conversation, and they will confirm everything that you're saying, because like I said, they have nothing to lose from you knowing the game. You know, you can mention female nature to them, you know, in slight doses. You know, I ain't saying give them a whole red pill synopsis on female nature, give them a summary on rational male, but you can talk to them about little female nature things, you know what I'm saying? How much looks actually matter versus how much they say looks matter, you know, little stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? How they treat different dudes differently if they attracted to them or not, little stuff like that, that they might lie about in public, but they'll tell you the truth about it in private, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, they have nothing to lose from, you know, letting you be hip on the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 1 minute away from my gym. I'm gonna just talk about something until I get there, you know what I'm saying? But and yeah, a lot of dudes who say like it's weak to have a platonic relationship with women no matter what the stand is. A lot of that comes out of bitterness, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that comes just out of just bad experiences, bro. A lot of that just comes from bad experiences with women. You know, when they say under no circumstances should you have a platonic relationship with women at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that just comes from being used, being wrung dry. You know, they might have thought they were friends with a female at one point, but really what it was they were being used. They probably got friend zoned, thought they were in a friendship, got used for the resources, got used for the time, and they tried to, you know, make another move on top of moves, kept getting denied. So yeah, when a dude doesn't give any kind of counter argument, like I completely understand when dudes get a reasoning for saying that, you know, female relationship, platonic relationship could be disrespectful or it's a waste of time. If they give their reason, they could give a counter argument on why, you know, maybe it could potentially be good, but then they give their own reasons as to why they still think, you know, it's a waste of time and it's something you shouldn't do. If a dude does that, then I suggest, you know, you could believe him, you could take his word for it, you know, you can consider his word. But if everything he's saying is coming out of pure just anger and like bitterness, then you'll know like you shouldn't be listening to this dude, because he's just feeding you the negative energy from his bad experiences, you know what I'm saying? So that's the topic for today, fellas. I plan to do these car videos, you know, at least every other day, maybe every day sometimes, just because, you know, I come up with a lot of topics on the road, and since I'm in the car all the time, like I said, it's very efficient to be able to do it like that instead of having to park somewhere, set up my camera, do a record, and then have to go home, put the SD card in my computer, and then edit the video and all that, you know what I'm saying? Where if I could just do a direct upload like this every now and then, and maybe even drop 2 a days, you know what I'm saying? So I'm at the gym now, so I'm about to get this work in. But that's the topic for today, fellas. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.